Right, welcome to Next Knowledge. And again, returning to the Jacob, the Nation of Islam idea, right? About the Jacob who supposedly created the White Devils. And they began the creation of the white race. So Jacob was meant to be the black scientist who created the white race, right? And he created them as white devils. And then of course you got the tie-in with Jacob, an English language version of the Bible, right? So of course, basically this Jacob, right, is Jacob, right? And that in turn is James and Muhammad and Baphomet and all this type of idea, right? So the King James Bible, of course, is basically Jacob's Bible, right? It's that they were Jacob. And of course this would tie in with the idea that King James was black, which is sort of this idea that's put about, obviously, I think mainly by Hebrew Israelite movement, in America. The 5% nation, the nation of gods and earths. Nog. See what I mean? So you see how it all basically, even when they have like insult names, they're not really insult names. It's just all coded towards the plan, basically, which is to take over, right? But very interesting codes about we see basically, right, that Jacob becomes bacon, right? So you got Jacob becomes Jacob, and Jacob becomes bacon. You see the bacon in that, just turn the J around to make an N, little N, right? Bacon, which is obviously to do with the pig, right? So again, you're back to this idea about the white devils and the pig, and refer to the videos I've done about pig and monkey ideas, right? Which again, the pig and monkey ideas run through all the world's culture, right? And we see how the bacon and the burger are also very similar, right? And obviously, I think it's the capital of Spain, or one of the major cities is called Barcelona. So again, it's to do with the Jacob idea, right? Of course, this Barcelona has a very Moorish past, supposedly, and all that. And there's the very Masonic number for you, right? And so the history of Barcelona is that they were the Moors, like, neo-Moorish style there, right? Moorish castles and Moorish history. So of course, the Moors were supposedly the conquered Spain, right? But did they really conquer it through warfare and all this idea, right? Or was it just through brokerage and peace deals and treaties and all this? And money, like exchange and trade of gold and jewels. Now, is that more like how they conquered it? You know what I mean? And they're very, interesting how in the sort of Spain idea, the Moorish Spain, right? You got the Roman Empire, the Germanics, and all that sort of always interlaps type of thing, So it's very central, all of a European idea, see? This Moorish idea, which obviously people have no idea about type of thing, they think it's white. Of course, the reason it may be white is because that Jacob thing where they created the white devils. See, the white devils has got to be a product of Moorish science labs and all that. So basically, it's talking about the Trans-Porogram created their own sort of supposedly white servants, to run Europe on behalf of the Moors, like me. There's Jacob. Right, if you've never seen the Jacob idea and all that, there's Jacob, right? The big head idea, as you can see. If you notice the similarity between the Aleister Crowley lamb, right, which was supposedly this, there's the scientific idea, right? And This was supposedly an entity which came to him when he was doing magic rituals or something, right? But you can see the similarity with the Jacob idea, right? And again, see how Lam becomes I am, right? Basically, I am becomes Ham, right? Just simply turn the H round the other way, right? And it becomes I am, right? So again, the Ham is the James, and the Muhammad is so also the Jacob, right? The Jacob and the Jacob. James, Ham Hamish, of course, Hamish James, right? And so the curse of Ham, which is about slavery, it's about slavery and is on a profane level attributed to the white man taking away the blacks as slaves. But is it really, right? Is it really? Or is it the other way around, right? And as we see, the nakedness of the father. And remember the SAW, right? The SAW in the Islam, right? What's the transgression there? You see the transgression. So when Ham saw the nakedness of his father, right? Salawu alawayat wasalam. Right? See what I mean? Saw. You always see the Invictus Games, right? Founded by Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, right? So again, we're seeing the sus, which again is the pig, right? Sus pig species, like ham, bacon, etc., right? And the Invictus means I am, right? Or the Invictus Games motto, I am. I'm the master of my fate, I'm the captain of my soul. So basically an Invictus, it's like an Islamic, they want to be victorious and taken over type of thing. Yeah, you go for the I am Ham for the Invictus Games, right? Like the King James Bible. What's all that about? You know, our wounded warriors. See, who's the wounded warriors? Is that some type of like a spiritual idea for the Islamic warriors? You know what I mean? Totally, because all those hex wars about it was always against Islamic opposition and that. So any chance hex wars, see? The Islam I am, not Islam. I am Ham, right? It's about the pig or the white devil, as they call it. Right? I mean, look at that there. Look at that there. You know, with that shape of that, that's a name sign. And I mean, it's just like a massive, piss take in it, really. The whole thing. But this is something to do with what they're up to, this Jacob's idea. Of course, the Egyptian magic ideas and all that. And the five-pointed star, of course, Of course, the crescent moon and five-pointed star is the Islamic, the Islamic crest. And the five-pointed star. 5 points of the star can be taken to represent 5 pillars of Islam, the essential elements of the Muslim faith. You can see how Muhammad is the Ham, right? And so is King James. They're both. Muhammad is King James. King James is Jacob. So it's like that's obvious enough. It's just a case of which one come first. Is James, like a pseudonym or for Muhammad, or is Muhammad they come after James? You know what I mean? And I would say basically there are sort of what do you call it, like frontispieces for a certain thing in that. But I would say the Muhammad idea has got a bit more authenticity in it than the James, you know what I mean? Because all this stuff stems from the East, as we know. That's the openly like declaring that, look to the east. So it's, James' idea has got to be based on Muhammad, like. Of course, there's your 1611, like 9/11 again, upside down 9/11 again, 90, the COVID idea. It's 6/6, and always like it's always the same codes. So there's no doubt about it. Muhammad is King James, and King James is Muhammad, and that's same as Jacob. Same as Jacob, who supposedly created the White Devils, right? So that's the Trans-Porogram. They created the White Devils to run Europe on their behalf. Yeah, right, the Usul, the foundation of Islamic sciences, right? This is basically the Trans-Porogram, right? And as you say, the foundation, like when you build a wall, you build a foundation. So like the Moors layer, the Wailing Wall, it's all about bricklaying ideas. They're building this foundation up, like building the temple in the Jewish. It's the same thing, right? Building up the temple and all this. Again, ulama, I am, ham, same codes. It's that they were white devils and pigs idea. See, slaving the white devil and the pig. So obviously, your white devil's idea, right, would be a European aristocracy that would have went into them positions and that. And the white devil, the tragedy of Paolo Giordano Ursini, and about an Italian nobleman type of thing and all this. And so like the Duke idea itself is coming out of Africa, right? That Duke's in Africa before it did in Europe. But again, it's like it's admitting to it type of thing, the white devil ideas in the aristocracy. It's of course a lot of stuff about white devils because it's a code word. It's not like really an insult. It's a code word for the certain ones who come from this Jacob line, right? They come from the Jacob line in order to take over the Western world and all that, right? They grew up in it again, like the Europe code, right? Grew up in slavery, grew up in slavery idea, right? Parallel with the pig, right? And the white devil, right? Demonic pigs and the white devils and all that, right? The animal is labeled dirty and impure, right? The sus domesticus, right? The sus like the Jesus. So again, ham, bacon, cooked pig, you know what I mean? All these goods, right? Myth and more, the sacred pig, See what I'm saying? Magical practices, there you go. It's all the same thing. Domesticated swine, that's basically a code word for the European Western race. Domesticated swine. Sending demons into pigs, see what I'm saying? Jesus representing the African, the Moorish magician to send the demonic spirits into the pigs, which is the Western people, right? We see basically how alchemy started out in the supposed medieval Islamic world. So the alchemy is about the trans medicine, right? And that's that's the origins of chemistry and the alchemy and all that. It's Islamic sciences, alchemy and chemistry. So it's about the Trans-Porogram and messing around with genes and stuff like that. Jabir ibn Hayyan, again, it's same as like the James idea, right? The alchemist of the Islamics. Jacob, known in Europe as Geber, again, total codes.